Hello and welcome to this audio edition of the Player Spotlight. I'm Tyler Rowland, and with me is quite an accomplished player from Ironton High School. He has the list is just too long to read in terms of honors, but I think the fact that he's going to play for Eastern Michigan and had 12 Division I offers says a lot. And with me is Noah Patterson of the Ironton Fighting Tigers. And Noah, it's good to see you here. And first off, let's talk a little bit about just reflecting on your career at Ironton and just what comes to mind now when you think of playing football at Ironton.
Well, I mean, I tell you what, the tank is nothing like. Let's just say the atmosphere there is super electric every single Friday night. And playing at the tank has always been a very monumental moment for me. Ever since I came to Ironton, I just knew that this was a place that had so much tradition and so much history behind their back. It's just like, it's insane. I mean, playing there is an absolute honor. And my career there, I was so blessed, to be able to be in that position. Throughout the years, hard work and dedication to, playing football pays off. I mean, that's like a job playing at Ironton. It feels like every single day you're working hard and you're always trying to get better every single day throughout the summer, winter, fall, spring, every single day. But it's like a lifestyle playing football there. So, I mean, I was always blessed to be in that position.
At Ironton, one thing to ask, now that I think about it, what did it feel like coming with the walk down Tiger Alley pregame? What is that like?
True. I mean, it gets the blood going. Chills start running down your body when you hear the band start playing, and you're just locked in from that moment on, and you're just like, you just get that spine chill down your back, and you're walking down Tiger Alley, seeing all the successful teams that have been there, done that, and it's one of the things that right before a game, it gets your blood going for sure. Your jitters start going, and it's just like, whoa, it's time to go.
Yeah, gosh, I remember being there doing a pregame show last year, and I remember we were all setting up. We got there probably about 5 o'clock, and the place was packed. You'd have thought the game was starting in 10 minutes. Talk about the fan base at Ironton and just their dedication and what it means to you to have just such a strongly dedicated. I mean, there's a lot of dedicated football fans, but I mean, just from my experience, Ironton takes it to another level.
It's actually pretty crazy how well we travel and how well that Ironton always shows out with how many fans show up for the games just for a regular high school football game. I mean, it's nothing new to these people because they've been doing it for 20 plus years, and some may just found the love for it and fell in love with it. So it's always nice having that solid, amazing fan base behind your back to be able to cheer you on through thick and thin and through the blood, sweat, tears, and all the highs and lows. But the fan base there and just the people, how awesome they are, it's amazing.
And what would you say your biggest challenge was throughout your career at Ironton?
I'd say the amount of work that you have to put in to put yourself in a position to succeed.
Mm-hmm. And how did it feel to be so widely recruited? I mean, I look at some of the schools that were looking at you, not just Eastern Michigan. You were being looked at like UNLV out west. I mean, I just Googled the distance, a 30-hour drive and like 2,000 some miles away. How did it feel to have, 12 D1 offers and to be so widely recruited?
It was definitely an honor. Not every kid gets to experience that every day, and I wish everybody would, but that's just not how life is, sadly. But being recruited was like probably my biggest dream. Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to play college football, and then getting that opportunity actually presented to me was the best thing that could ever happen to me whenever I received my first ever offer, which was actually from Eastern Michigan. And I just then from then on, I was like, this is really happening. This is like not a fluke. This is like real life. And I loved it. I loved it a lot. I fell in love with, football even more after that. But visiting, all these places was awesome. Being able to travel and just open my world up and just to see what's out there was absolutely astonishing.
When was it you knew with Eastern Michigan? Like when did that moment click with you? Like you and that moment hit, and you thought, okay, this is where I'm going to go.
Well, I had a junior day there one day, and I didn't think anything of it at first. I was just like, this is a really nice place. People seem so amazing, and walking throughout their hallways of the athletic facility and whatnot, just all the coaches knew who I was, just making sure I was always, treated right and whatnot. And it feels like home there, because it's not a big town, but it's not small either. It's what gives me that small town feel of home. And then all the coaches there love the team. They love their players, and they love to win. And I really love the culture that they have there. Coach Creighton's done an amazing job with that program, and it felt like home pretty early on, just how well involved that everybody is, and how well the coaches, treat their players and just make them feel like they're a part of the family.
And what would be one of your favorite football memories? And this can be all the way to the time when you first carried a football. It could be high school, it could be grade school, just whenever. What is a memory that comes to mind?
Well, I have two I'd think of is when I was about 10 years old, being able to play football for the first time ever. And actually, whenever I first started, I was just like, dear God, this is like scary, because like I wasn't used to like a contact sport or whatnot. And after I, stepped foot and actually enjoyed it and started to love the game, it's just I never wanted to go away from it. But time slowly comes to an end, and I'm opening another chapter, so it's always blessed. But then I'd say going to state my freshman year was one of the biggest memories of mine. Just, being in that position and opportunity that I got was amazing. I never experienced an atmosphere like that before. It was so amazing.
Yes, and talk about the Ironton program, and what's something maybe a fun activity the team does. For example, like last year, I remember going to one of their summer cookout events and doing a little coverage there and interview Coach Pendleton and everything. And talk about the team, because I'm just seeing the team. There's just so much more to it than just like on the field what you guys do. I mean, it's truly a family.
Absolutely. We like to do stuff called Fun Fridays here and there, and what we do is we take a break from all the weightlifting, hard work on the field work, and enjoy it. Play like some type of other sport like dodgeball or even basketball, or just enjoy being around each other and still competing for sure, but doing it at a fun rate. And but yeah, the whole cookout, summer cookout thing was one of the biggest meet and greets, or not really meet and greets, but like gatherings that we did as a team, and it got away from the whole football thing and enjoyed time with each other and bonding together and just being around everybody. It was definitely a very fun experience to be able to have those and enjoy the time with your friends, your coaches, your teammates, and just step away from football for a little bit and enjoy it.
That's so awesome. And Noah, we'll talk a little bit about getting to know you a little bit better. Let's talk about your hobbies. I know you stay quite busy. What is something on the side that when you do get a few moments to yourself, like what's a hobby that you have?
I'd say I like playing pickup basketball here and there, just having something to do, staying active. I like going outside and playing just tossing football with my little brother, or even going swimming. Swimming's one of my favorite little things to do, or even playing video games. You know, it takes me away from everything, and it's like my safe space, I guess. It calms me down here and there and secludes myself, I guess. But I enjoy going out with all my friends mostly, and just maybe just going out to eat or just enjoying time together. Just being around each other is what my biggest thing is that, you know, you'll have those friends that will last a lifetime and some that will come and go, but I try to enjoy every moment with them.
What is your favorite video game to play?
That's a rough question, to be honest, because there's a big old handful, but Call of Duty's up there, I'd say, or even no. I think Call of Duty is probably my favorite game, to be honest. Just I have its ups and downs here and there. Some days I'm awful, some days I'm great, but that's how every gamer is most of the time.
What is your favorite movie?
Ooh boy, ooh man. I'm going to have to go with the newest Top Gun. That was probably one of my favorite movies I've ever watched, and I would go watch it again if I could.
What about your pregame? Do you have a pregame meal?
Pregame meal? I usually always go to Subway beforehand because, you know, it's good nutrients and fuel to the body. It's not too bad for it, and I think it's just right. I usually always go to Subway every Friday afternoon right before we have to be back to school.
And do you have any pregame music that you listen to in particular?
I like the hard rock feel of it, just being able to have the music playing in your ears and just locking in and being ready to play a game and get ready to maul whoever's across from me. But I'd say like Metallica or Korn and all those rock bands, they're definitely my go-to warm-up songs.
Well, let's talk a little bit about academics and the importance of that. You recently were selected for quite a big academic honor, weren't you?
Yeah, I got officially accepted to be inducted into the National Honor Society, which I was definitely very, very appreciative and thankful for, and got blessed for it.
Yeah, that's hard to get into. A lot of stuff on the both school wise and in the community that are important for it. And what would be a neat fact about yourself? Something maybe not a lot of people know.
I would say that no matter what you did as a team or when it comes to all the work and on-field work, I'd say I did a lot of stuff away from the team and all the extras when nobody was watching or nobody knew it, because, you know, that's what it takes. You got to do what it takes to be able to put yourself in the position to be successful no matter what.
Nicely said. And then last question, Noah, any shout-outs you would like to give?
Definitely want to shout out to my family, my mom and dad, and all my coaches, all my teammates, especially God, who's guided me along the way, for sure, and everybody who's helped me throughout my journey, maybe the trainers that I was with most of the time, and anybody who always wanted to motivate me and just, you know, be there with a little text here and there just saying, hey, good luck, this and that. And those people always motivated me to be the best and to, you know, see kids put smiles on their faces and just be an impact to society.
Nice. Well, Noah, we want to say thank you for coming on, and be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to keep up with Noah and his continued football career. He'll be playing for Eastern Michigan as he is signed there. And, of course, we're excited to see him continue his football career, and also be sure, of course, to keep up with Ironton football. It's definitely a lot of fun to watch the teams at Ironton. And we want to say thank you all for tuning in today and watching this episode of the Player Spotlight, this audio version. I want to say God bless you and we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.